Hey guys, well, we also welcome to My Way Tarot. This will be a general weekly reading for Sagittarius placements. So if you have Sagittarius as your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mercury or North Node in your birth chart, this reading will be for you. Everything you need to know can be found in the description box below. We're going to get into your reading, guys. This is a weekly reading. So angels of love and light, could we please have clear and concise messages for Sagittarius placements? What are the current energies for the upcoming week of the 16th of June to the 22nd of June 2025? What do they need to know? What do they need to hear? Please and thank you. What do they need to know? What do they need to hear? Please and thank you. Okay, just cutting up the deck for you now. Okay, so we have the Four of Cups. And we have the Devil. Okay, Sagittarius, what is going on here? With Justice underneath and the Fool. Capricorn, Libra and Aries, as well as the Ace of Swords with the Strength card, Leo energy. Goodness me, okay. Guys, so some of you are feeling pretty bothered or brought down by a situation. Maybe you felt some sort of enslavement in some way to do with a situation. And I feel like it's predominantly to do with a legal situation. I mean, it may not be, but if you are potentially dealing with a legal situation, then I feel like justice is coming through for you. There may be some important correspondence or a conversation that you have with someone. You may be waiting on news, maybe waiting on a verdict, right? Something to come through for you. I feel like you've been incredibly patient with whatever this is, on a waiting of this news as to whether there is the go-ahead with something, and that you can move yourself on forward away from whatever this is and potentially close out this certain cycle in your life sooner rather than later. But this has been definitely taking a toll on you here for a while, especially emotionally. And I feel like there is some sort of turnaround that's happening whereby you're going to gain clarity on a situation to do with this. And I'm hearing that you don't have anything to fear because something is going to go your way. But there has been the sense of trepidation about awaiting this particular result or news or communication or correspondence to do with this. Because I feel like you've been up against it here and somebody has been trying their utmost to keep a situation ongoing for as long as possible. They haven't wanted to... Basically, I'm hearing admit the fact that they've already lost with whatever this is. So I feel like you could be dealing with someone who is quite toxic here. You may not necessarily be directly dealing with this person. I'm getting more of the sense of you have other people to communicate certain situations and resolve whatever this is through for you. Okay, whether you're in a situation in the same boat with someone as you're dealing with this, like you're on the same side with whatever or whoever you're going up against, or this is to do with maybe you have somebody like a lawyer or a barrister or a solicitor or somebody like that in the legal profession who is coming through to assist you. You may even be hearing news from them. Like, I'm getting something to do with the courts, right? That's only a specific message for somebody. The other message, if you're not necessarily dealing with a legal situation, I feel like there's been this energy of helplessness to a certain degree with whatever you've been dealing with, okay? And I feel like it's been quite difficult to kind of keep on keeping on with whatever this is in regards to maybe your day-to-day life or to do with your career or your business or You've just not been feeling that emotionally fulfilled in some way, or maybe you've not felt like you've been truly seen in some way. You may have felt like you've been in the dark about certain things as well, or been dealing with a lot like privately here, and there's been this air of frustration that potentially can't voice out how you're basically feeling. Maybe there's the sense of not necessarily fully trusting of certain people around you, and so therefore it's like you rather just kind of keep it to yourself. Okay, this could be impacting something to do with your stability or security, whether that's materially or maybe even emotionally. But I want to tap in a little bit more to do with this. Just take what you feel resonates, and we'll get some more clarity on the messages. What's going on for Sagittarius, please and thank you. Wow, guys, I mean, you saw me shuffle the cards and the fact that the Four of Cups come out again, but then we have the Hierophant at the bottom of the deck instead of the Devil card, and the King of Swords. Yeah, and then the Page of Wands. Well, there's you. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius and Taurus coming through. And what was I saying earlier? There's somebody potentially, if you're dealing with a legal scenario, there's definitely like an energy to do with a lawyer or a barrister or something along these lines, okay, who may be getting ready to reach out and communicate with you, and this is going to be good news for you. You're going to be excited about this. The ruling is working in your favor. This could even be something in regards to like an institution is reaching out to you, right? Three of Pentacles. I'm hearing we're going to work together in resolving whatever this is, or you've already been doing of that. The other message I'm picking up on, if that legal scenario isn't about you, then what I'm getting here is that whoever or whatever you've been dealing with has taken a lot for you to see from a broader perspective as to why you may have been going through certain things or dealing with certain individuals or certain energies here. But I'm hearing that you have gained this sense of knowledge, this sense of wisdom about a scenario. And I'm hearing you've learned a lot more through what you've been going through than you give yourself credit for. Okay. What else is going on for Sagittarius? Wow, Temperance. Well, there's you, Sagittarius. It's your major arcana coming out on the table. This is a card indicating balance. You've been very patient as certain things are trying to be tempered out in your life right now. Or there's been this energy of mediating some sort of disputes in your life, whether you're directly dealing with these or whether there's somebody else who's kind of like in your life that's assisting you, or whether it is even from the higher realms here, behind the scenes, orchestrating certain things right now so that it does go in your favor and that you can feel a lot more settled. Eight of Pentacles. That flew out. We have the Hermit, Virgo energy. What else is going on? 10-10 on the timer. Okay, these two came out sideways. We have the Eight of Wands and the Death card. Scorpio energy. And the Four of Swords. With the Ten of Pentacles. Okay. Whatever ordeal that you have been going through, either internally or externally, whether it's legal or not, okay, I feel like you've just been trying to keep on and keep your head down and focus on what it is that you can control and what you can do. rather than kind of trying to overthink and stress too much over what is very much out of your control. But that has been kind of plaguing your mind, is what I'm hearing. You may have been having difficulty with trying to rest or trying to relax because it's like you're wanting movement on a situation or a situation to change. 11:11 on the timer. But there's been delays or setbacks or some sort of obstacles in the way, and it's taken its time. I'm hearing it's taken its toll. It's been taking its toll on you. So burnout may be significant here, or you may have felt like you're very close to burnout. It's important to kind of just take some time to yourself for that sense of self-care. I'm hearing not to forget about yourself, right? What else is going on here? I will pick up on more messages, guys. Just bear with me. What's to go underneath Temperance, please, and thank you for Sagittarius. Four of Cups again. I mean, goodness me, this is the third time we've seen this in the past 10 minutes. I mean, it's right underneath you again. So there is this strong sense of you being associated to really feeling quite over it, as an understatement. Two of Cups. Ace of Wands. And what's to go underneath here, please? Okay, these two wanted to come through. We have the Queen of Cups and we have the Three of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Swords. Wow. With the Page of Swords, we have the King of Wands, but that's not the next card with the Star, Aquarius energy. So yes, guys, even if it doesn't necessarily seem or feel like it right now, there is some sort of like blessing or miracle taking place in your life, and miracles happen every day. I mean, you know, they don't have to be this grandiose kind of over the top type of miracles, as it were. It's just the sense that if something kind of works out for you, it's like, oh, it would be a miracle if this was to take place, right? If this was to happen, it would feel like a miracle. So I'm getting that is the energy, right? Yeah, sorry about that, guys. So if you heard that door kind of shutting, so I'm getting this overall impression that you're definitely going to be closing a door on whatever you have been dealing with, right? Either in this particular week or very soon, and a new door is going to be opening up for you, or maybe it already has. A new door may have already opened for you in maybe some other aspect in regards to your life. And there's this area of excitement about this, but there's still something else that's been kind of hanging over you here, right? To do with what's been mainly on your mind and kind of getting you down and not making you feel like your most kind of happy-go-lucky self. And positive and optimistic self. That's the impression I'm picking up on. Okay. The other thing is, I don't feel like necessarily you're focusing on love right now. I feel like the only love that you're really focusing on is the sense of love for yourself, rather than kind of getting involved with anyone as of right now. I mean, there could potentially be someone that you're interested in, that you would like to work together in regards to a relationship and moving that potentially forward, but there may have been a lot of stops and starts to do with this, especially you already have previous history with this person. You and someone may not necessarily be talking, so it could be quite quiet between you and this person, but there is this sense of hope and wanting and wishing for it to kind of all go well and work out in the end. If not necessarily right now, then I'm getting this overall sense that it's kind of fine if it's not necessarily right now, but doesn't mean that that possibility of you and someone kind of reconciling or getting together or moving things forward isn't a possibility. I'm getting more to the fact that it's delayed rather than denied. So there could be a strong possibility that you have someone in mind or someone has their mind on you, but they're very much focusing, or you're very much focusing on kind of healing right now. Or if not necessarily a healing emotionally to do with something, then I'm getting predominantly there's healing in regards to another area of your life, whether that's to do with a business, to do with your career, to do with your health, right? And so therefore that could be taking more of a precedence rather than a love relationship. But I feel like there's still this wanting to eventually have of this, but when the timing is right, when there's that sense of full alignment to have that movement forward in regards to this, and so that you and someone can kind of organically have this situation unfold very naturally, and it feels kind of effortless. And I feel like that's how something is supposed to kind of unfold. Okay. The other thing is, I feel like you're going to get like a bright idea this week to do with something that either you're currently working on to make an adaptation to whatever this is, or you're going to be trying out something completely new. Like, you're not going to be fearful about trying new things and experimenting in order to promote this sense of acceleration or growth in a certain area of your life, especially to do with your finances or your career or your business. You could be somebody that works online. Like, if you're somebody that has of their own business, like you're self-employed, an entrepreneur or a content creator or something, you could have been dealing with a bit of a plateau in regards to this, and you've been putting a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of energy, and you may have felt like, do I give up on this, or do I just call it a day, or do I try to rebirth this in some way? And I feel like you've chosen that particular option, and I'm hearing this time it's going to truly work out. There was a possibility that it wasn't meant to kind of go the way that you had previously hoped for it to go before, for a reason that you may not necessarily be fully aware of as of right now, but you may be fully aware of that soon. But this could have caused some sort of distress or tension within you or in your life in some way. Potentially that could have made an impact on certain connections in your life, whether that's friendships or family, or whether that's to do with potential partnerships here in regards to collaborating or working or networking with certain individuals here. I feel also it's very important to try and give yourself that sense of recognition that it hasn't been easy to get to where you are now, and that whatever it is that you're creating for yourself is going to be something that is built to last. Because I feel like you've been working in order to create a very solid foundation within yourself, or what this is, to do with a business or to do with your career, whether that's, getting certain qualifications or having certain education that you need, or whether that is to do with, putting the time in so that you've got to a certain level. I feel like you're like an expert in your field, or you're getting very close to being in that expert type of status. You have a solid status in a particular niche in your life. And I'm hearing this is the path for you to follow, to keep going in regards to that. But you may have doubted as to whether this was right for you because of the sense that you had a dip in whatever you were dealing with. And then you were questioning of what it was that you were putting forth out there, or kind of bringing to the table in some sort of way towards something or someone. But I'm getting along the wow, okay. I'm getting along the lines of that there is this sense of word of mouth about you, like people talking about you in rooms that you haven't even entered in. I'm getting this overall impression that if you are somebody that works online, like you have a platform of sorts, you may have been relatively discouraged because potentially numbers or views or what have you wasn't there, or you may have felt like the algorithm really wasn't on your side, right? I'm hearing it's not necessarily the matter to do with how many views that you're getting. It's to do with who is watching, because that can be just as, if not more important than just getting a bunch of views, okay? So I feel like there could be a particular individual or a group of people that have been kind of watching and looking at what it is that you've been putting out there, and I'm hearing pretty impressed. So somebody is really, really quite impressed with the way you conduct yourself. You showcase a sense of professionalism. Like it's very obvious that you know what you're talking about or what you're doing, or that you've been at something for a very long time. And you do have people that admire what it is that you are doing, even if they haven't spoken up or contacted you or vocalized, you know, but they have definitely been kind of looking. So that's not necessarily anything to kind of scare you or what have you. I feel like whoever is around that's in your energy that is kind of looking to see what it is that you're doing or what it is that you're going to be doing next is very interested. And I feel like it wouldn't be long until this person, or I'm hearing an associate of theirs, maybe that's somebody that works for them, is going to be getting in touch to potentially talk in regards to having an important conversation, maybe for a contract or a meeting here. I'm even picking up on an interview for some of you, or like a podcast or something. Guys, you're going to have to let me know if any of this resonates, because I'd be really fascinated to find out. Any other final messages before I close out this reading? Guys, I just got this impression of that you may have not been kind of feeling yourself as much as you have done in the past. Like, there may be something in regards to your physical health or your physical appearance, your sense of your identity, whatever it is. It's the sense of you may be kind of looking back at like old pictures of you or old videos of you, and you may have felt like you've had some sort of, not like a glow down, okay, I'm not getting that, right? But I just feel like you're not quite where you'd like to be, or you haven't necessarily been as like disciplined with certain things, whether that's because you haven't been able to work on those particular areas of your life because of something that's been out of your control. There's been reasons for it. And I'm hearing it's not excuses or laziness or you being unmotivated or anything like that. So it's nothing to do with you personally. I feel like there's been other things that have been going on that has really played a part in regards to this. But I feel like you're going to be getting yourself back on track, and you're going to make more time for yourself, whether that is to rest and recharge for that sense of self-care, or whether that is you're going to make a certain sacrifices here in other areas of your life so that you're not neglecting yourself, or that you can attend more to do with yourself to get you to where you'd like to be with a certain goal or milestone or an aspiration in mind to do with your physical self. And I'm hearing it's important to recognize progress rather than perfection. And even if you may not necessarily feel like so hot right now, I'm hearing you are. There are still many people that are kind of interested here. So don't feel and think that you're being overlooked in some sort of way. Anyway, that's going to be the end of the messages. But we have Temperance, so Sagittarius, we have Scorpio, we have Virgo, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces coming through the most, but we do have fire, we have water, earth and air as well. 333, 222, 444, 888, 999, 313, 144, 818 may also be significant as well. But anyway, guys, that's going to be the end of the read. So I hope there have been some messages, a few messages, if not the whole reading, that potentially resonated. And if you have enjoyed this reading and you wish to support myself and the channel, there are donation links available. There is a PayPal link in the description box below, and the other option is Super Thanks, which is listed underneath this video. So thank you so much to those of you who have already donated. I greatly appreciate you. Even if you don't financially donate, a wonderful way to energetically donate is to like, share, subscribe, comment down below, and I'll get back to you guys in those comments when I can. So yeah, I do enjoy reading those. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any posts or updates that I put out there on the channel. And I hope you guys have a wonderful week. Please take care of yourselves, and I'll see you and speak to you soon. Thank you. Bye, guys.